off to the next outpost. We've got to gather hints about where this Gorm dude is. In some other news, I haven't been to Taekwondo in a couple weeks because I was gone at the lake for a little while there. So, I went back today. It was sparring. I got pretty exhausted. And I was chatting with the instructor there about how the Break-A-Thon went, aka the charity event that the Dojang was doing where everyone would go out and fundraise in their own ways. Like, I did the 24-hour charity stream 12, all the fundraise for Larch, the first one that was done in 6 years. So, I was asking him how that went, and apparently in total the Dojang raised $11,000, which is really cool. In the past, it would usually be somewhere around like 10k to 15k, somewhere in that range. I think 2019, the last time it was going on, might have been around 15, and maybe that's why I have that number in the back of my head. I don't know, I don't remember. It's been so long since it's gone on. But apparently this time around was 11k. Which is still a really cool, big number to be hitting there. No thank you. Can we get another hint here? Read, crumpled note. Glass ball does nothing in this cave. Must travel further north to the next site. Too much time wasted digging these damn holes. Gorm. So the captain here might know? So if I go and take out the captain here? And he was saying, man, my fists are strong. He also told me that apparently I'd fundraised either the most or second most. He said that he thinks that there was one envelope that came in that had more than I had fundraised with that charity stream. But he said that it was a pair of people that were working together with that envelope. So it totally didn't count, and I was totally the one that fundraised the most on my own. That's what he had told me.
What are you hiding, Gorm?
So that's always cool. I remember in 2019 with the first 24-hour charity stream that I was the one that raised the most there. Which is always cool, heck yeah. Street cred at the Dojang, I don't know. So there's some loot over in there. Don't mind me. Oh, it's not in there. It's on the outside here. So let me just go ahead and yoink. I'll take that. That guy has a thing, apparently. But he's next to a wolf, which is a little bit troublesome. That complicates matters. So I can't just assassinate every single person. I gotta think a little bit more critically. Look, the game is coming up with creative ways to, like, engage me. Where it's like, I gotta kill that guy for a reward, but I can't just get him with an assassination to cheese him out that way without my gear. Because there's a wolf right next to him. So I gotta... If only I could distract the wolf some way. I guess I sort of did there inadvertently. If only this is like Ghost of Tsushima, where you could throw, like, a lure. Something or other. So yeah, open combat is a little bit scary. Thank goodness for all the hills and cliffs and stuff like that. Thank goodness for that. Oh, come on. Oh, that did not hit him, did it? He just set himself on fire afterwards anyway. Now he's taking fire damage. Oh, briefly. I guess the rain put it out. Whoa. Hi! Wow, the wolf saw nothing. That task failed successfully. Wealth collected. Wow, okay. Not the way that I thought that was going to go, not the way that my plans had it be, but it worked out. So I guess I can use those as distractions. Oh, Oops. So, can you assassinate wolves? Oh, I guess we're not gonna find out here. No! You see nothing. Can I assassinate herons? Wait, I was about to say, why is there loot here? Because it's arrows, that makes sense. That I don't know if I'll ever get the chance to shoot. So what was that about the captain here potentially knowing where Gorm is? Was he just saying that as I checked the map? And so the captain knowing was the map itself? Anyway, I know that I have to head northwest here. Is that the synchronization point? Oh yeah, and I leveled up and got some skill points there, so Let's see here. I won't even be able to use this immediately right now. I can do the heavy dual wield. So now I have access to swinging around my kicking sword plus another weapon together. That could be fun. That sounds good to me. Carbon ingot. What? Stand. And then go up again. In some other news, I was chatting with my dad earlier today, and he was thinking that my truck might not potentially be ready for the show that we wanted to take it to this upcoming weekend. Oh, I marked the wrong thing, whatever. The show and shine that we're going to this weekend, we might just go with his truck rather than both of our trucks, so we might not have the two of them side by side together. Reason being the steering. With it being kind of bad before and it getting worse after getting out there, he's worried about it going out on the highway and then ending up in a ditch somewhere, which is fair. So, we'll see what progress is looking like on the steering of it, but looks like there might be another thing that's keeping it off the road for a little while. I might not have it at Fragapalooza this year. I might be staying out at the lake a little bit longer while the steering gets sorted, among other things. So it might just be going on. Which, if that's what's important to do to help the truck get into a better situation, then that's what we gotta do. To help it get spick and span. And then one day when it's fully spick and span, I'll have it at Frag again. What? Oh. I had it at Frag in 2023. When it was just first on the road, and I needed to get it out there to bring it to Crystal Glass anyway, since Crystal Glass out there was like the one place that was willing to work on something that old. Not a bad idea, just to have one. So I guess this would be the only bow that you could have in this section anyway. I mean, in terms of melee weapons, a club, a spear. I don't have enough iron for that. Headgear, bracers. Meh. The bow is gonna be fine for now.
See you soon.
That works. Maybe the valuables here are just for, like, weapons here, since this is a bit of a self-contained kind of thing. Here we go. Sure, I got a bow. I can actually shoot the arrows that I got now. I got a bow in my fists. I'm Hawkeye, but more inclined to punch things. Is what's going on now. I assume this is just a hunter bow. I didn't really check before. Yeah, superior hunter bow. So yeah, I keep on saying that one of these days I'm gonna finally have my truck at Frag again. I had it at Megaland and I tented in the back. And if that's all I get, then at least I can be satisfied with at least having the one camping out in the back of my truck for a LAN event this year. That's what it comes down to. So, when I go to Fragapalooza with Finn, it might just be in 2 cars rather than 1 car and 1 old truck. That's what might be the case. We'll see. We shall see. The person that was working on my truck, it sounded like, was going to be ordering in some sort of rebuild kit for the steering. And I don't know how long that would take to arrive. It's probably going to have to be imported from somewhere in the States. So that'll take a little while, and stuff is all weird with shipping nowadays, and costs and craziness, so no idea how long that'd take. It'll take however much time it takes. Hopefully it's back in the city in time for Fragapalooza, I can take it to that, but if not, oh well, I had it at Megaland. So that's what's going on with that. With the Taekwondo stuff today, it was funny. I put on my sparring gear, and we were still waiting to, like, properly start sparring, because there were still people that were, like, getting on their gear and stuff, and my, cousin's older kid and I, the one that I played a whole bunch of Night Rain with there, we were just kind of, like, joke-kicking at one another a little bit. And so the instructor comes over, and he said, when I ask everyone to go find a partner, you two partner up. We were laughing, like, oh, okay. So we partnered up, and we were roundhouse kicking and back kicking one another a whole lot. What the hell? Whoa! These are the dangers of the Canadian wilderness! No! Please. No thank you. I am not fist fighting the red-horned moose. No thank you. Whee! Now that has me thinking about the time that, out at the lake when Finn was out there with his parents many, many years ago. His mom was taking Jesse for a walk, and apparently they found a moose while walking out there, and luckily Jesse didn't go to attack or anything, and they just held very still until the moose went away, is what I heard. I wasn't there. But apparently both just staying very still, staying calm. I'm sure Jesse was probably a bit unnerved by this massive creature. What the heck? Looks kind of like a skull. A Koenhasake or something or other. Whoops, that's not the right button. I'm getting confused with probably Persona from last night again. Or something. Since that was the most recent other game that I played. But yeah, so. That be the frag stuff. Boopity bop. Synchronize. And then I'll head west from here, and I'll find Gorm here, probably? I don't know. Really pretty area. I'm finding this more charming than England. Personally. Synchronization completed. So, it was gonna be somewhere northwest. So maybe here, or something like that? I don't know what that dot is here. So yeah, he was seen at all those places, including this one. So even if this isn't the one, I at least get some hints there. Will this lead underground or something? So it makes sense to go that way. New points of interest have been added. And with this whole going to different camps that you see on the map, and each of which has like different hints about the general way that he went as you slowly hone in on his location. That's actually kind of cool. Like, with Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Valhalla, you can have the option enabled like I do, the whole Pathfinder difficulty where it's like, figure out where you need to go. But you have the general hints of like, it's northwest of this specific location, or it's south of this location, or something like that. And then you just go in the general direction and you find it immediately. This, it felt like there was a little bit more searching involved. And sometimes it's hard to find a middle ground in terms of you finding things yourself in a game between it not just being handed to you free, easy peasy, like just go there or the general area and then, wow, you found it. That was easy. And it potentially being like the most convoluted thing. It takes forever. Like, an example of that recently on the channel would have been Final Fantasy VII with something like needing to find the keystone and find the Temple of the Ancients and stuff like that. And it's just like, hey, here's a new means to traverse the world. Figure it out, and you go across the entire world looking for hints to slowly hone in, and you have to go to like this one random specific person's shop down this one river. He tells you where the keystone is, and then you can go to the gold saucer and do a side activity to get the keystone and just craziness like that. Like, that is a bit much. But I mean, that's also very characteristic of RPGs of the time, so that's kind of to be expected, that kind of thing. Maximize playtime, incentivize the players to go out and truly explore your world that you spent all that time crafting, but playing that from a modern perspective, I'm just like, oh my god, I just want to look it up with a guide. So, it is important, I feel like, to find a good middle ground in making the player feel, like they are truly finding their way forward, and not just handing it to them. And I did kind of appreciate the approach of Odyssey and Valhalla, where it's like, it doesn't directly tell you it if you have that enabled and you kind of figure it out. But it's still basically handed to you when it's like, go northwest of this location, go south of this location. It's on the river right between these two areas, and it's like, okay, you just look at the map and you pinpoint that and you go there right away. So there's a little bit of player involvement in looking at the map and piecing that together and stuff like that. That guy that's sitting there is going to see me, so let's instead go around this way and deal with him first. But this approach of the, hey, he was seen at a bunch of camps, go there and get hints, and there's stuff to do there too, like getting loot, and it doesn't feel like a waste of time, and it feels more challenging because I've left my gear behind. This is genuinely the most engaged I've been by Assassin's Creed Valhalla in quite a while, especially when the game continues to break in the magical ways that Ubisoft games do. Oh, I love Ubisoft games. They're so broken. Ah, man. But yeah, like I've been complaining about this game for a while, like I've been getting so bored of like the same old constantly. But this whole segment, I've actually genuinely liked this. This has actually been a cool bit. I've been enjoying this one. So here I thought being like, I'm awake enough, I can power through like one more segment that's kind of boring me. But then I play this and it's like, oh, surprise. A segment that's actually entertaining and engaging me. I'm actually having fun with this. That's pretty cool. I can actually praise the game here for the first time in a little while. Stabby stab. Less people to potentially give me grief later in case everything goes wrong when I go after Gorm. But yeah, stealth is absolutely the right approach here. I'm worried that I'll go into combat before I properly get the second guy killed. So Gorm's moving around. Only one of them comes out. Oh, that's perfect. You don't see that. Is it just me, or is the stab sound effect, like, super loud? Stab. Well, not that sound effect. That was a reasonable volume. But, like, the one before there. Sure, set trap. This guy here, set trap. There will be things that explode dudes around here. No. No, thank you. This is gonna be behind the fence, so you're not gonna see that. Nope, I'm not gonna be tempted to do that. And then we come here, and we do the whistling, which, what? Don't uncrouch. And then we take you out. Never mind, you're going that way like a weirdo. Where's Gorm at? He's over there. Ooh, the stars. I was trying to look up at the bird that I saw the shadow of. He's going down there. Okay, that guy's facing this way. Probably not going around this way. Oh, I probably can't make it into that bush. But I can probably make it here.
Gorm, did you find Olaf the Unlucky?
I did. I locked him away for thieving. When I return, I will see that the beasts of the woods pick at his flesh till his bones are clean.
Oh.
Nobody steals from me and walks away breathing. What news from our camps?
In truth,
Oh, I panicked there. Well, stab. Whoa, through the spine or something.
Wait. This is not the Hall of 500 Doors. This is not the Rock of the Fallen.
This isn't the chum bucket.
Where are the women on the winged horses? Where are the choosers of the slain? You, my blood enemy.
This is Niflheim, the hell of mist and cold. This is where the faithless dead come to die again. This is where ghosts fade to mist, to be forgotten.
Your meddling has doomed us all, crow of battle.
More lies from a liar born. Now speak the truth. What brought the Order to this place?
To free a goddess, a creature of power and light, buried by the Jotnar in ages past.
A pity, Gordon. You will not meet her now. Gorham's crystal eye. It hums with a strange feeling. Unearthly. What was Gorham digging for? Something deep inside this cave.
So the crystal eye was an apple of Eden. Quest complete, hunter of beasts. Should I go see what he was digging for? Crystal ball. Seems to be an apple of Eden. something or other. I was about to say, is it just me or does it seem like the Apple of Eden is less detailed than in other games? Maybe it's not, and it's just a similar related artifact or something or other. Time to die. Oh. What? Whoa. It still let me do that. So, the key guy was there. I'll grab this stuff while I'm here, sure. I don't know if it's only stuff that is progression for this specific confined area. So maybe there's no point in getting that, but I'll go get it anyway. Because I feel like it. Oh. Oh. No. Okay, they are broken because it's a Ubisoft game, so I'm good. Return to Olaf at Skyfall. But the game implied that there was something optional to go check out in the cave after Eivor was like, what was he digging for? And I focused on the cave entrance. Which implies that I should go in there and check out what the heck was going on. They are so dumb. They're all coming up here at once. My god. I was hoping that that would somehow have me stay incognito. Oh my. What? What? Eh? I didn't say desynchronized or anything. What? Wait.
Gods. Oh, hurting all over. I thought I was dead.
Do de Gordia. Doga on Saya Gegigon. On de what Zeruna de Zerun Hyagon. Sayak.
You want me to eat these?
Garhaguegun yo da Huni ne Gantni Wahyodans.
Our friends healed me with their berries. I'm grateful.
Yes, yes. And elderberries have a good taste too. And good for you.
I feel much better. Do these elderberries grow wild around here?
Yes, yes. All through the land. Here and there.
Elderberry. New type of berry can be found in native villages and forests. Eating them regenerates your health. And that's how you unlock that? Well, I'm back here now, I guess. Elderberries are something that I've actually tried to grow from seed, but haven't had any luck with. One of these days I'll try again. I do still have seeds. Try it again one of these days. Haven't gotten around to it because I've needed to ask, where the heck would I put them?
No need to hide now, Olaf. Gorm is dead.
Gorm? Dead? By your hand?
He paid a bloody price for broken honor. I will not say more. Return to your sister.
Oh, I will. Yet I would first join the villagers at their fire. They tell stories and I like to listen. Though I do not hear.
Story time. Telling sagas of their own?
Yes, yes. They tell stories. Yes, come, listen.
Okay.
Zokki. Rarondunde. Wasagohorori. Nayotzi zizu. Wahardu. How. Toyedene. Zinuero discardagete. Junkquero taquani. Tehni zarungi. Totni takwe. Yatehni ganare ziosumwaya. Danu akwegu. Gasumwa hunzi. Yotzi zizu. Yagoda denekwa the wagu. Danu rarondo de. Yesutne irdade. Zokki, o Sumagu, ya untke doda, ahjarek, dogatka negere. Tudaya wasi, rarondo de, ya sagordage, o Sumagu, ya eanta ne yotzi zizu, zi wa agoyant da haje, wa eanahadu, zi nahoda wa ekweni. Nia dega derdage, ya ehowe, zi ya eanta ne, zi de jutsu wagardas.
Gods Ragnarök, Dagwagara Duhas.
I do not understand. Ah, you want me to tell a story? All right, let me think. A story of betrayal, of selfish malice, and of gods who act as spoiled children. Of all our many gods, it is Odin who is the most revered. He is the All-Father, the High One, the Wise King. But for all his glories, he can also be the most elusive of his kind. Selfish, solitary, stubborn, even cruel. In days long gone, it came to pass that Odin's son, Baldur, died suddenly, felled by his only weakness, mistletoe. Believing his son's death an accident, Odin sent a message to the Jotun Hel, asking her to return his beautiful boy to life. Hel agreed, but on one condition. Only if every living creature in the 9 worlds shed a loving tear for Baldur. At once, Odin sent word to every corner of the world, asking all to weep for his beloved boy. And all did, but one. A Jotun named Thok refused to cry for Baldur. Let Hel keep what she has received, Thok said, with malice, and that was that. Baldur was gone forever, sent on a funeral ship across the sea, buried in Midgard, amid trees and rocks. What Odin did not know is that Thok was none other than the trickster Loki in disguise, a god he knew as a friend. Worse still, it was Loki who led Baldur to his death by a sprig of mistletoe. All these tricks and feints Loki had conceived. Some say it was in Loki's nature to be so cruel. Others argue it was revenge for deeds done by Odin to Loki and his children. There is a third view, that all these acts, kind and cruel, were sown long ago in the pattern of their lives. That we are not the authors of our own destiny, but only its readers. And that we... that we should fight against this view, for it is deeply unwelcome.
Angwagara Duhas se ne at nowara raugara. Nene o niot ti wata det noyage.
Gorum brought this stone across the Whale Road for a strange purpose. I do not know why, but it seems to belong to this land.
Yoskats. Gwa. Rasnu sage. What neat daherde.
Dagwa weird it go?
Take it and guard it. It may be that one day you will know its purpose. Thank you, each of you, for all you have done.
Aya wanski. Yeti sot hogungaha. Ayazaha herda. Ratnardaga.
Okay. That was actually a pretty cool segment. I actually like that.